We live in a world of designated safe zones. We believe that bad things happen in dark alleyways. They happen in unlit parking lots at 3:00 a.m. They happen in places that look dangerous. We do not believe they happen in a Starbucks at 10:00 a.m. on a Tuesday. Starbucks is a sanctuary. It smells like roasted coffee and vanilla syrup. It is bright. It is populated. It is the third place, not work, not home, but a comfortable space in between. For parents, specifically mothers, it is often a lifeline. It is one of the few places you can take a screaming toddler and a newborn and feel somewhat normal. You can get a caffeine fix. You can sit in a comfortable chair. You can breathe, but predators know this. In the world of criminology, there is a concept called hunting grounds. A predator does not hunt where the prey is armed and guarded. They hunt where the prey is distracted. They hunt where the prey feels safe. And for a specific type of predator, there is no better hunting ground than a suburban coffee shop filled with exhausted, distracted mothers. This is the story of Hannah. It is a story that went viral not because it featured ghosts or monsters, but because it featured something far more terrifying. A nice, helpful old man. It happened on August 3, 2023. It happened in broad daylight, and if not for a single moment of intuition, a split-second decision to be rude, this story would have ended not with a TikTok video, but with a police report and a missing child alert. Hannah, known online as @HandsCakes, walked into Starbucks with her hands full. Literally, she had a newborn baby, fragile, demanding, requiring constant physical contact. She had a toddler, energetic, mobile, prone to tantrums. And she was alone. In the animal kingdom, predators look for the stragglers. They look for the ones who are overwhelmed. In human society, a mother with 2 children under the age of 3 is the definition of overwhelmed. Her attention is split. Her hands are occupied. Her situational awareness is compromised by the biological imperative to keep her children calm. Hannah was just trying to get coffee. She was in survival mode, that fugue state that every parent knows. You are just trying to get through the transaction. You are trying to keep the toddler from grabbing the merchandise. You are trying to keep the newborn asleep. You are not looking for threats, but someone was looking for her. He wasn't a shadowy figure in a hoodie. He wasn't lurking in the corner with a knife. He was an older man, unassuming, non-threatening, the kind of man you might hold the door for, the kind of man who reminds you of your grandfather. This is the camouflage of the modern predator. They don't wear masks. They wear the disguise of the nice guy. The interaction didn't start with violence. It started with help. This is a tactic that security expert Gavin DeBecker calls forced teaming. It is a way to establish premature trust. The predator forces a partnership. They create a situation where you feel obligated to interact with them. The man approached Hannah while she was juggling the kids and her order. "Do you want a high chair?" he asked. It seems innocent. It seems kind. He sees a struggling mom. He offers a solution. But look closer. Hannah didn't ask for help. She didn't signal distress. She was managing. By offering the high chair, the man was testing a boundary. He was seeing if she would accept him into her space. He was seeing if she was compliant. Women are socialized to be polite. We are taught that it is rude to reject an offer of help, especially from an elder. We are taught to smile and say, "Oh, thank you." But Hannah's instinct, that primal lizard brain alarm system, flickered. She declined. "No, thank you, we're fine." For a normal person, that would be the end of the interaction. You offer help, it's declined, you walk away. But a predator doesn't walk away. A predator escalates. Rejection is information. It tells him she is guarded. It tells him he needs to try a different angle. He needs to close the distance. Hannah sat down. She tried to focus on her kids, but the man didn't leave. He lingered. He watched. Then he saw an opening. Spilled milk, a messy face. The specific trigger doesn't matter. What matters is the reaction. Hannah needed napkins. She stood up to go to the condiment bar. The man intercepted her. He didn't just point to the napkins. He grabbed a stack of them. He brought them to her. "Here," he said, "let me help. This is a critical escalation." He has now physically entered her zone. He has inserted himself into the caretaking role. By handing her the napkins, he is forcing a transaction. "I did something nice for you. Now you owe me your attention." Hannah took the napkins. What choice did she have? To scream at an old man handing her paper products, to cause a scene. This is how they trap you. They use social contract against you. They weaponize your fear of making a scene. But the feeling in Hannah's gut was growing. It was moving from annoyance to fear. The man wasn't just being helpful. He was too close. He was too interested. And he was looking at her toddler. Most people love kids. They smile at them in grocery stores, but there is a difference between a benevolent smile and a predatory focus. The man started talking to the child. "You're so cute. Are you having a good day?" He was bypassing the mother. He was building a bridge directly to the victim. This is a classic grooming tactic. If you can charm the child, the parent lowers their guard, or terrifyingly, the child learns that this stranger is a friend. Hannah made the decision that saves lives. She decided to leave. She didn't finish her coffee. She didn't wait for the kids to settle. She packed up. This is the moment the dynamic shifted. When the prey decides to run, the predator decides to chase. Hannah gathered the newborn in the carrier. She grabbed the toddler's hand. She headed for the exit. The Starbucks door is heavy. It's hard to open with kids. And there he was. The man was at the door before she could get there. He pushed it open. "Let me get that for you," he said. Again the disguise of kindness, but physically he was blocking her path. He was controlling the exit. To get out, she had to walk past him. She had to enter his personal space. She walked through. She didn't make eye contact. She just wanted to get to the car. She stepped out into the parking lot. The heat of the August sun hit her. The safety of the third place was gone. Now she was in the transition zone, the most dangerous part of the journey. She walked fast. She didn't look back, but she could hear footsteps behind her. Heavy, rhythmic, and deliberate, he was following her. A parking lot is a tactical nightmare for a parent. You have to unlock the car. You have to open the doors. You have to strap the children in. This takes time. It takes focus. To strap a child into a car seat, you have to turn your back to the world. You have to lean in. You are blind. You are defenseless. Hannah knew this. As she approached her vehicle, her heart was hammering against her ribs. She could feel him behind her. He wasn't even trying to hide it anymore. The pretense of drinking coffee was gone. He was following a mother and her children to their car. She reached the vehicle. She had a plan. It was a desperate plan, but it was a plan. She would put the kids in the trunk or the back hatch area and lock the doors immediately. She wouldn't try to fiddle with the car seats. She would just get them inside the metal box and lock it. If she had to fight, she wanted to fight with the kids behind glass. She popped the trunk. She turned to lift her toddler. And he was right there. The man wasn't 6 feet away. He wasn't 3 feet away. He was in her breathing space, and he wasn't looking at her anymore. He was looking at the toddler. His hand moved toward the child's arm. This is the moment where the nightmare becomes reality, the hand reaching for the child, the violation of the final boundary. "Oh, look at you," he might have mumbled. Before his hand could make contact, before he could latch onto the child, Hannah reacted. In that split second, social politeness died. Hannah didn't say, "Excuse me." She didn't say, "Please step back." She tapped into something ancient. The mama bear archetype isn't a cliché. It is a biological override. It is a flood of adrenaline designed to turn a frightened woman into a weapon. "No," she said. It wasn't a scream. It was a command. "No, we're good." She put her body between the man and her child. She stared him directly in the eyes. She stripped away the nice old man mask and looked at the predator underneath. She let him know, "I know what you are, and I will hurt you." The man froze. Predators rely on compliance. They rely on confusion. They expect the victim to be too shocked to react. They do not expect the victim to square up. But Hannah wasn't just relying on herself. Earlier, inside the Starbucks, there had been a moment, a glance. Another woman, sitting with her laptop, had watched the napkin interaction. She had seen the man lingering. She had seen the discomfort on Hannah's face. Women communicate in a silent language of micro-expressions, a widened eye, a tight smile. "Are you okay?" When Hannah bolted for the door, this woman didn't just go back to her emails. She stood up, she followed. In the parking lot, as the man reached for the child, and as Hannah barked her refusal, the dynamic changed again. The man looked past Hannah. He saw the other woman coming. She was walking with purpose. She wasn't looking at her phone. She was looking at him. This is the power of the witness. Crimes flourish in isolation. They wither under observation. The man realized he had lost the element of isolation. He had lost control of the situation. He was now outnumbered, and just like a cockroach when the lights turn on, he scattered. He scurried away, Hannah later described. He didn't argue. He didn't make an excuse. He turned and walked fast, disappearing between the rows of parked cars. He knew he had been made. Why is this story so chilling? Why did it go viral with millions of views? Because it challenges our profile of a monster. We tell our children, don't talk to strangers. We tell them to run from the man with the candy in the van. We don't tell them to run from the nice grandpa offering a high chair. Psychologists who study child abduction note that older offenders often use their age as a weapon. They know they are perceived as harmless. They rely on the halo effect of seniority. Who suspects a retiree of snatching a toddler? This man used innocuous offers of help to groom the situation. Step 1, offer the high chair. Test compliance. Step 2, provide napkins. Create debt obligation. Step 3, open the door. Control movement. Step 4. The grab. If Hannah had accepted the high chair, he would have moved closer. If she had chatted with him about the napkins, he might have asked to hold the baby while she fixed her coffee. Every yes is a step closer to the car. The most important takeaway from Hannah's story isn't about Starbucks. It's about intuition. Hannah felt weird from the first interaction. She felt uncomfortable about the napkins. She felt scared when he opened the door. Society tells women that these feelings are irrational. He's just being nice. Don't be a bitch. You're overreacting. Gavin de Becker, in his seminal book The Gift of Fear, argues that intuition is not a magical power. It is a high-speed computer processing thousands of data points that your conscious mind misses. Hannah's intuition noticed that he was too close. It noticed he was staring at the child, not her. It noticed that his offers of help were timed to trap her, not assist her. She listened to that voice. She didn't worry about being rude. She didn't worry about hurting the old man's feelings. She chose her child's safety over social etiquette. And that choice is the only reason she went home with 2 children that day. We also have to talk about the other woman. The bystander effect is a psychological phenomenon where individuals are less likely to offer help to a victim when other people are present. Someone else will do something. It's not my business. In a busy Starbucks, it would have been easy for that woman to ignore what was happening, but she didn't. She broke the bystander effect. She recognized the distress signals. This is a call to action for all of us. If you see a mom looking uncomfortable with a stranger, don't look away. Look closer. If you see someone being followed to the parking lot, don't ignore it. Walk out with them. Ask, is this guy bothering you? Your presence alone can be the deterrent that stops a crime. Hannah posted her story to TikTok not to get likes, but to warn others. Her video was raw. She was shaking. She was crying. It resonated because every parent has been there. Every parent has felt that moment of vulnerability when your hands are full and the world feels too big and too dangerous. The man was never caught. He melted back into the suburbs. He is likely still out there, sitting in another coffee shop with a stack of napkins, looking for his next victim. So the next time you are in a public place, look around. Look at the people offering help. Look at the shadows in the parking lot. And if your gut tells you something is wrong, if the hair on the back of your neck stands up, listen to it. Be rude, be loud, be difficult.